Alright guys, today we're going to share with you why is a salesperson not successful? What makes a salesperson a loser? Okay, so my name is Ray. So we're going to get started. So I'm using the acronym loser, this word as an acronym to share with you what goes wrong, what's wrong with a salesperson if they're not closing the deal. Number one, let's talk product or service. So a lot of salesperson what they're doing incorrectly is that in the beginning of the conversation they just start to talk about product or service. You don't even know what the client wants yet. You don't even have any connection yet. So do not start to talk about product or service right away. Number two, you omit understanding of client personality. You need to figure out the client's personality first. Then you talk according to the way they want to be talked to. For example, let's say if the client is a business owner, most likely they value outcome. They don't want to hear too much about details. So if that's the case, then you want to talk more on the outcome and not share too much about the details. That's omit the personality. Another one is they omit to observe the client's behavior. So during the whole process, you want to make sure to observe the client's response, so you know if what you're saying is correct. Then you'll know, you can figure out what they're looking for, what's important for them. You need to observe the client from every step of the conversation. The next one is what is important. So what is important. So if you want to make sure you can close the deal, you have to understand what's important for the client. That's what you're trying to figure out during the whole conversation. If you do not know what's important for them, if you do not know what they want, then you're not gonna get it right. You're not gonna be able to close the deal, right? And the next one is entertain your decision. That's wrong. You do not do that. So a lot of salesperson, for example, they try to make the decision for the client. You do not do that. People do not like it. Okay. So what you need to do is you need to become a counselor. You need to guide them. Although you may have the answer, but you want to guide them for them to come up with the answer, the answer, okay, or the decision. And the next one is release control. You have no control of the conversation from the whole beginning to the end. The client is asking a question, then you answer the question. You cannot do that. You need to be the one in control. You're the professional. You should answer the questions. The way to do it correctly, let's say usually the client's going to ask you a lot of questions, then you can answer it, then you start to, once you answer the question, then you start to ask the questions. You want to make sure you are the one that's asking the questions. Okay, so I'm going to